Despite all of our differences, when someone on the left says something that promotes true diversity of thought, it's not the worst thing in the world to recognize when someone we typically disagree with makes a good point. Besides, I feel like conservatives get a kick out of it when their ideological counterparts say things they actually agree with. Regular folks don't want to hate each other. The media and politicians just enjoy making it seem that way. Hey everybody, welcome back to Out of Left Field for MRC-TV. I'm Nick Kangadis. Last weekend, an invitation-only GOP retreat was held in Chicago for a joint fundraising venture for President Trump's re-election campaign and the RNC. A portion of the festivities included donors having an event at Wrigley Field where the Chicago Cubs play. Believe me, even as a Cubs fan, I was skeptical to hear what Cubs president of baseball operations Theo Epstein would have to say, especially after he took such a strong stance against the guy that was banned from Wrigley for life for playing the circle game. I know I did it. To be fair, the Cubs ownership hosted the GOP event, so it shouldn't really matter what Epstein's opinion was. At the end of the day, the Ricketts family owns the ballpark, so they can do what they please with it. However, Epstein joined a Chicago sports radio station to talk about the controversy of Wrigley Field hosting a GOP event. Now, I guarantee they wouldn't consider it controversial if the Dems hosted an event at Wrigley, which apparently they have. The left would probably just call it a day ending in Y. Anyway, Epstein's comments shocked even me, which doesn't happen all that often anymore. DC will do that to you. The Cubs executive was asked what his opinion was of the GOP event being partially held at Wrigley.
It's a venue, right? It's a private venue, and people have the right to host events here, especially the owners. And they're going to, and I've hosted events here too, and on the other side of the political spectrum. So, you know, it's a free society, a private venue, and I don't think anyone intends any disrespect. This is a venue that you know, is attractive to a lot of groups, and as long as it's sort of equal opportunity on all sides, I don't think there's a tremendous argument against it.
That is the type of open-mindedness that gains the respect of those who are open-minded enough on the opposing side of the political spectrum. I may not agree with Epstein politically, but I can sure respect that particular opinion. Now, if they'll only lift the ban on the circle game, dude, one step at a time, I guess. Really quick, I want to send out well wishes, thoughts, and prayers. You know, the things leftist politicians typically get mad at regular people for doing. To Big Papi David Ortiz. In case you've been living under a rock for the past few days, the former Boston Red Sox slugger was cowardly shot in the back in his native Dominican Republic late Sunday night. The shooter, whose name I'm not going to repeat because he's a worthless piece of garbage, was savagely beaten by onlookers before being turned over to police. Now, I'm not saying good, but I'm not saying good. Ortiz seems like he's going to pull through after being flown to Boston for surgery. Now, I'm not a Red Sox fan, but you don't have to be to appreciate the joy that Ortiz brought to the game of baseball. Get well, Big Papi. That's all I got for this week, folks. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up or a like, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and hit that notification bell so you know when MRC-TV comes out with a new video. Oh, and like us on Facebook. For MRC-TV, I'm Nick Kangadis.